Welcome back to another chapter of Pax. Before I start reading chapter 26, I wanted to show you some options and read the descriptions of these next chapter books that I could potentially read. The first one is by one of my all-time favorite young adult authors, and it is Christopher Paul Curtis. This story is called Elijah of Buxton, and here is the description. When you first walk into a room in a house or into a stable, they have a way of telling you that they know you're there. It ain't nothing particularly noticeable, but the air inside of them changes like it's saying, I'm watching you. But I'd got into this stable so quiet and sneakish that nothing knowed I'd cracked open the door, held my breath, and took a step inside. Then I heard a humming sound so near that my blanged legs and breathing froze up all over again. Whatever it was that was making that sound so close that even my eyeballs locked where they were at. Then, slow as maple sap on a cold day, I started sliding my eyes off to the left. Someone had leaned some dark bundles or sacks up against the left-hand side of the stable. There were 5 of them. The noise commenced again, sounding like someone fishing round trying to figure out which song we're about to hum. It was one of the bundles. It had 4 live, moving arms. 2 of them were tiny and mostly still, and 2 of them were big and moving. I couldn't believe I'd come all the way to the United States of America to see my first haint. 11-year-old Elijah is the first child born into freedom in Buxton, Canada, a settlement of runaway slaves just over the border from Detroit. He's best known in his hometown as the boy who made a memorable impression on Frederick Douglass. But things change when a former slave steals money from Elijah's friend, who has been saving to buy his family out of captivity in the South. Elijah embarks on a dangerous journey to America in pursuit of the thief, and he discovers firsthand the unimaginable horrors of the life his parents fled, a life from which he'll always be free, if he can find the courage to get back home. Master storyteller Christopher Paul Curtis lends his trademark humor and vibrant narrative style into this gripping tale. Evocative, heart-wrenching, and hilarious, Elijah of Buxton is an unforgettable testament to the power of hope. So that's option 1. Option 2, A Wolf Called Wander. Hmm. Hmm? Hmm? Similar aesthetic. They're looking into the same direction. Interesting. I howl to the new wolf. I put all my strength and all my hopes into the howl. The echo of it rings from the mountain tops. And this is from Roseanne Perry. I have a brother, Sharp, bigger than me, and all growl. I have sisters, Pounce, who loves to wrestle, and Wag, who loves to talk with her tail. And best of all, my brother Warm, who likes to curl up under my chin, the only pup smaller than me. Swift, a wild wolf cub, lives with his pack in the mountains. When a rival pack attacks, Swift and his family scatter, and Swift sets out on an incredible journey through dense forests into barren wilderness and across flowing water. The trip is dangerous and full of peril, and Swift encounters fire, hunger, hunters, and highways as he wanders. Will Swift find the courage to survive? Will he ever find a place to call home? A Wolf Called Wander is based on the extraordinary true story based on, of a wolf named OR-7, and often called Journey, a wild wolf who traveled a remarkable 1,000 miles across the Pacific Northwest. Okay. Option number 2. I'm noticing a pattern in my choices. Option number 3. And let me take a drink of water. I apologize. I can feel my throat struggling. Oh dear, I'll have to find that later. All right, next. Wish by Barbara O'Connor. Charlie Reese has been making the same secret wish every day since 4th grade. But when she is sent to live with family she barely knows, it seems unlikely that her wish will ever come true. That is until she meets Wishbone, a skinny stray dog who captures her heart, and Howard, a neighbor boy who proves surprising in lots of ways. Suddenly, Charlie is in serious danger of discovering that what she thought she wanted may not be at all what she needs. From award-winning author Barbara O'Connor comes a middle grade novel about a girl who, with the help of a true blue friend, a big-hearted aunt and uncle, and the dog of her dreams, unexpectedly learns the real meaning of family in the least likely of places. That's option number 3. And again, you might notice a pattern occurring, but this is the 4th and final option for books for me to read next, not including finishing The Wild Robot and The Wild Robot Escapes. Now, I have the 3rd book in that series as well, The Wild Robot Protects. But honestly, once I finish those first 2 books, I'm going to probably want to take a break into something separate. Next is Res Dogs by Joseph. I'm going to probably mispronounce this name, but if we choose this book, I'll make sure to look up and pronounce the name exactly correctly. Joseph Bruchok. Malian loves spending time with her grandparents at their home on Wabanaki Reservation. She's there for a visit when suddenly all travel shuts down. There's a new virus making people sick, and Malian will have to stay with her grandparents for the duration. Everyone is worried about the pandemic, but Malian knows how to keep her family safe. She protects her grandparents, and they protect her. She doesn't go outside to play with friends. She helps her grandparents use video chat, and she listens to and learns from their stories. And when Malsum, one of the dogs living on the res, shows up at their door, Malian's family knows that he'll protect them too. Told in verse inspired by oral storytelling, this novel about the COVID-19 pandemic highlights the ways Malian's community has cared for one another through plagues of the past and how they keep caring for one another today. Malian can do anything with her dog by her side, even survive a pandemic. All right. So we have realistic historical fiction, Elijah of Buxley. Oh my goodness. Elijah of Buxton. So sorry. We have based on a true story. So nonfiction with some fictional embellishments. A Wolf Called Wonder, number 2. Number 3, we have a fictional story with some realistic elements. Wish, option number 3. Option number 4, we have, I believe, historical fiction. I don't think this is a real person, but could be, so realistic. Historical fiction, because it involves the COVID-19 pandemic. Res Dogs, option number 4. If any of those sound interesting to you, let me know in the comments or message me at Mrs. Keller's page on Facebook to let me know which book I should read next. Or if you have a separate suggestion than those 4, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now and post this separately, and then go ahead and record PAX chapter 26, so that if you're trying to just get a true read aloud, a true read through of PAX, you're not having to listen to this long spiel before getting to the next chapter. So I will go ahead and post this, and then we'll continue PAX chapter 26 next. Thanks, guys. See you in a bit. Bye.